hello, and happy Monday! Another Monday and beautiful day in our world where me and Dina come in live. That's why we love Mondays because they are fun days, right? We are here just to bring some blend in because a lot of people do not like Mondays. It's the start of the week, but we love it because we are live and we love to support you with any topics relating love and relationship. That's what this Passion Unscripted podcast is all about. And if this is the first time you are tuning in, hello. My name is Irina Portnova, and I'm all about manifestation. I can help you to manifest the best relationship, the best love, the best passion, whatever you are into, and bring it into your life. And I also wanted to tell that if this is something you're pondering and you would love to uplevel your manifestation game, my membership is the perfect place to join in because starting September 1st, the prices are going to be double. So I would love you to join and experience for yourself. There is no commitment. It's one-on-one, one month to month experience. So join and see how it is for you. And of course, I am here with amazing Dina Alexander. Hello, Dina, and say a couple of words about yourself and what you are doing in this world. And Al, welcome.
Hi, how are you, Elle? Everything okay?
He says, don't forget about him, never. He's the best Raven fan we have.
So let me introduce you myself because Elle knows me. But if you're listening and you don't know me, my name is Dina. I live in Aruba. I am a personal coach, a relationship coach, and a sex coach. It's needed because we are humans, and sex, we need to stop living it as animals because it's not only the body, it's the energy. You can create what you want in your life, but we are not using it. So that's what I teach people, to use that energy. And if you have that part of you balanced, the world around you will be great.
I love it. And Dina, is anything going on for you this week?
Yes, I'm all into my network marketing with my supplements. It gives me it adds on to my company as our food does not have what we need in our body, so we need to supplement. It's a fact. And while you are making yourself happy, healthier, and you are earning money, that is perfect. And that's what I teach. If you want to know more about that extra money you can earn, just contact me and I'll hook you up.
Yeah, awesome. So first of all, congrats to Al for joining us. And I want to celebrate him again because when we show up in our life, that's exactly how the energy is in play, right? When we show up for ourselves in life, whether being curious, whether participating, whether want more to know, we understand that we are actually the co-creators with the universe. And I love that Al is always showing up and always commenting, participating, asking questions. Way to go, Al. And I know there is a lot of greatness for you in this life. All right, Dina, let's take us to the topic because Dina is always the one to text me on the weekend and say, okay, how about this topic? How about that topic? And today we have this fun topic, which is no is sex.
Yes, let's talk. So let's start like this. In sacred sexual awareness work that I do, boundaries, they aren't just about keeping things out. They are about protecting your energy, your body, your spirit, so you can open fully to what is aligned for you. And no, that's what we are going to talk about today, is one of the most sacred words we have. So, why is no powerful? Okay, so I'm going to say something the reason why I think no is powerful, and maybe if you can add on, to what I just said, Irina, it would be wonderful. The majority of people think that no is a rejection, but no is not a rejection. It is a direction. You're guiding your energy towards what serves you. In many of our cultures, um, you send me a comment. I'm reading. I can't write. I
No,
can't.
that's okay. No. Continue talking. Continue talking.
So what was I saying?
That in many cultures, in different cultures.
Especially women, caregivers. Huh? We are conditioned.
Mhm.
We are conditioned to over-explain. We make our boundaries. Um, we put it
We
on the
allow people to step over us. That's exactly how it is.
that also, but we make our boundaries negotiable. Okay, that's what the word I was searching for,
Mhm.
and that is patriarchy. Patriarchy. That's how you
Yeah.
people pleasing and fear of disapproving. That's patriarchy. That's how I want to use a word that I cannot pronounce.
Mhm.
But your body doesn't need an excuse to say no. Your body just tells you no. Your heart doesn't need a PowerPoint presentation to say no. No honors your inner wisdom in real time. And that's what we need to learn, because a lot of us do not have it. Okay? So I was talking and using all these big words that I should put aside. But what comes up in you, Irina?
You know what? Just I totally relate to what you shared, Dina, because that was me for the longest time. And when you are sharing, I remember when I was in the daycare, and there was this boy who really liked me, and the way the boys expressed their the way that they like the girl, rather than giving the flowers from from the from the garden, he was actually beating me up. That was his way, like pushing me, this was a way of him to showing the attention to me, right? And I remember it was painful. I was having the bruises, but never ever, if somebody would ask me, what happened? Why are you crying? I would never ever put him at the spot saying, hey, he did something wrong, right? Because again, I was coming from the place that, okay, he likes me, and I don't want him to feel bad. So I was always worrying about others before I actually feel it for myself.
Yeah, you nailed it. Okay,
Yeah, right?
the majority of women, and there are some men, are like that, and you are not honoring yourself. Okay, and when you start saying no, and that then is when you become powerful. Okay,
Mhm.
so in sacred sexuality, so consent is everything. So I want to say it one more time. Consent is everything in sacred sexuality.
Mhm.
Every no you voice strengthen your energetic sovereignty. The sense that your body is yours, your pleasure is yours, your choices are yours. When you blur boundaries and over explain, you leak energy. When you say no clearly, you preserve your life force. It's that simple. And I do want to challenge you, if you are listening to us at this moment, to try it out. Do not take it from me. Try it out. Okay? Saying no to one thing creates space to say yes fully, passionately, to what your body actually desires. Okay? And I want to indulge a little bit about um, some tips. But before that, let's see. Do you want to add something? Do you want to share something, Irina?
No, Dina, I'm super agreeing with what you said, because again, we learn through experience, and the older we become, the more we do not give a fly about pleasing somebody else, right? Because again, we understand that a lot of these things happening because I believe it's that unhealthy dynamic where man manipulating with women, maybe threatening that they are going to leave. And I even experienced that in my marriage lately, that like once my husband realized that I don't want to lose the relationship, I want to preserve the marriage, he was actually, rather than appreciating it, he was like doing everything just to kind of exercise his rights, right? So he was like, it was a lot of like like pulling and pushing. So that's something that we want to be aware, because if we are trying to save the relationship with the person who doesn't really respect our boundaries, the best thing we can do for ourselves is choosing ourselves.
Yes, I'm totally with you. Totally with you, even though it will hurt, but and you will be an example for your kids also. Either you're a man or a woman. So L is with us. Men get humiliated when they get rejected by women, and sometimes they do something stupid like stalking the lady and so on. Oh, I think this is another topic, Irina.
Well, that's a good topic. Thanks so much, Al. For next topic, yeah, we are going to talk about that in the
In
details. Al,
detail.
thanks so much for bringing that up.
Yes, because I don't agree with you, Elle. There is something happening with the men that needs to stalk ladies because they didn't get the attention. Okay, that's another topic. So I'm not
Mhm.
going into that because I cannot answer it and in 20 minutes.
But we'll
Sorry,
do it
in
for
15
next time.
minutes.
Thank you so much, Al, for giving us the idea.
Yes. Just tune in. So tune in for next time because we will be talking about that topic.
Mhm.
So I wanted to share some tips, some practical tips. Um, if you think you cannot say no, okay. So I I um, I suggest keep it short. No, that doesn't work for me. Nothing more. You don't have to say anything more. Whether they like you or not, you don't have to say anything more. I mean, you can say it with a smile. No, that doesn't work for me. And with a smile. The,
Mhm.
the, the majority of the listeners or who you are talking to will not ask you the reason why you said no. They will just accept it. Okay? Maybe also a tip, you can use embodied language. So try, my body isn't a yes at this moment. I will tell you when it will become a yes, if it becomes a yes. But at this moment, it is a no. Your body is you are not lying. You are telling the truth. Your body is telling you no. Okay. Practice tone, gentle but firm. A smile, as I stated earlier, but no nervous giggle, because that gives the impression that you are that they can still talk you out of the no. Okay. And if you can't, you say to yourself, you cannot be so hard. A role play in the mirror, literally practice saying no with your posture, with your breath and voice. Okay. And notice your guilt, because the majority of people, they can't say no because they feel guilty. It may show up, but guilt is not the truth. It is conditioning. And maybe you should analyze why you are how come were you conditioned, and breathe through it. There are so many breath works that you can use to breathe out of that nervousness, out of that guilty feeling. Okay. um what comes up, Irina?
I love everything what you shared. Do you have any examples, like real examples from your life, from the life of your clients? Because like it's great when people can see it like in the situation.
Yes, I have an example. So I have a. If you have been following us, my narcissistic ex, I'm so grateful to him because his soul came to this earth to give me some lessons also. Okay, so when when I decided to stop that relationship, he was still trying to get back, sending beautiful love songs through my through social media, to my phone, to my messages. And my love language is words, so he was
Mhm.
using that. So, but he was with his ex while he was texting me. So when I got to know that, I think that I thought that this is disrespectful towards me and towards the lady that he is with. So I blocked him. I I didn't say anything. I just drew. That's my boundary. Okay, you should respect women, and I blocked it. I don't like to block people, but that you went over the boundary for me, and that's a no. You cannot have access to my telephone if you are going to do this with me or with another lady. Okay, so that's an example that I really said no. I need to stop. This needs to stop. Okay, so do you have something in your life that you want to share?
Well, like I was sharing, right, that like it took me a long time to say yes to myself and no to the way I was treated lately. Like like I had a very good marriage for a very long time, and then everything kind of went down south, like probably 10 years ago, and that's where I experienced a lot of like pushing energy, a lot of like resentment, a lot of just this is my way. And like I was trying to navigate and be very gentle about it, but like there is always the last drop that is going to fall. Like you can do as much, but then again, that's why I always said like when you were mentioning to save, you can save the marriage, and I said it takes two to tango. That's exactly what I mean, because you've got to put your foot down. You've got to say no, that this is not the way that I would love to be treated. And that's exactly when I actually step into my power and realize that the best way for me is just to have my own life, and to have the person who appreciates me for who I am, and like really respects and values me.
Yes, perfect, perfect, perfect. I thought you had more stories to tell, so I like stories.
Well, I have like 24 years in my marriage, so all the stories are drawn from there. But yes, like even like I think I was more into saying no when it comes to the workplace. I never was hesitant. If anything was not working the way I desire, I was very strong with that. In any other area, but when it came to relationship, love relationship, for some reason I was always like choosing others before choosing myself.
Yes, and that's the majority of the people, of the ladies, that they are living like that. And it doesn't matter if you are someone that educated lady or someone without any education. It doesn't matter. I think when they say love is blind, I think yes, I do agree. Sometimes you just you leave yourself behind. Okay,
Mhm.
so
Especially for women,
mm,
Dina, especially for women.
yes.
Mhm.
So I would like to touch a little bit more about boundaries because time doesn't wait for us. So if you are listening to us, remember boundaries are not walls, they are gateways. They let the right people in and keep out what doesn't honor us. Okay, that's how you should see it. Because when I say someone hey, you need to put boundaries. It sounds like we need to put walls. No, it's like gateways. You're opening up other opportunities because you said no. Saying no without explanation is an invitation for others to meet you with respect, not negotiation. Okay, and that's what if you start negotiating your boundaries, you are disrespecting yourself. Okay, it's simple as that. um it also models for others, your friends, how they should treat you. Your children will be educating the way that the people around you treat you. Your lovers will be educated also. They will know your boundaries, and that no is safe and it is sacred. Okay, and we should honor that. Okay. So I have a challenge for this week. Practice saying no without any explanation, just once. Notice how it feels in your body and how others respond, and write in the caption, tell me how you felt, or send me a message on how it felt. And if you want to go deeper in this, just write me a message. We'll go deeper.
Mhm. I love that.
Yes.
So,
This is
anything else you wanted to say before we wrap up? I think it's important to like really know, and I love that no is the full sentence. So basically, we do not have to explain ourselves, right? But the more we practice to say no, the more comfortable we become, right? And it also creates that, as you mentioned, respect of our partner, to see us from another perspective and understand that we also are human being, and we also have our own feelings, our own wishes, our own desires. And it can be even like something, like one person wants to go into the place and another doesn't. Like I always was very, like free flowing with that. For instance, if I wanted to go somewhere where my partner didn't want to go, it was okay. Like there was no like boundaries, you cannot go, and vice versa. So the idea is, if you want to go with your partner somewhere and the partner does not desire, by no means it shouldn't stop you to go. I'm not talking about club, okay? When we are already married, bar or club, it's a different story. But let's say, I'm not big on the sports. And let's say if my partner said, like, let's go for the baseball game. And I would do it like once just to keep him the company, but I wouldn't do it all the time, right? Same thing with him. If something comes up, right, and if the person doesn't want, let's say, to go to the Broadway show with me, right? Because he doesn't like the shows, right? The Broadway shows, it's totally fine. I would just, like I would go with my friends, and nothing wrong with that. So we do not have to wait for somebody to say yes in order to have our own experiences, and at the same time, we do not have to be always agreeing if there is something that doesn't stay with us, with our energy.
I love it. And I love what Al just said. Mood swings will make partners say no.
Totally.
I think Al personally, as a personal coach, mood swings are a choice that people make. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Because the majority of the time is because you didn't educate yourself to take responsibility on your mood swings. Either this is not eating healthy, or not taking time for yourself, or not do not have any tools to relax. So
Mm-hmm.
personally, I think mood swings is a choice that someone makes to make others irritated. That's
Absolutely.
yes,
Mm-hmm.
because if you get yourself educated, you will not have those mood swings.
Mm-hmm. Love it, love it. All right. So on that note, I think we covered a lot today. Would love to know everybody what you are thinking. Thank you so much, Al, for participating. And again, if you found this episode helpful, share with others who might benefit from that, because we are all learning. We are not the experts in here, because trust me, we also have our life experiences, right? A life is the best teacher. So we
Yes.
are all learning and growing. And again, reach out to us if you really want to experience more depth in love and relationship, and you want to feel more intimate with yourself and with others. All right.
Yes.
Thank you so, so much. See you on the next episode. Thank you, Elle, as always. Have a good one.